Hey guys, Tyler Ansman here with Tyler Ansman Performance. So today we're going to talk about how to better utilize the arm swing in a high velocity throwing delivery. Okay, so we've kind of talked about in the past, and I've written about in the past, how a long arm action or a short arm action, one is not really superior to the other. It's kind of a matter of what works for that individual and what has naturally been ingrained over the course of a long period of time. But if a long arm action is going to be used, then the arm swing becomes a significantly more important piece to this. Okay, so basically, right, the throwing motion is a utilization of the kinetic chain. So basically, energy builds through the system from one segment to the next, and the sum of that energy building that culminates in the release of the baseball is greater than the sum of the individual pieces together, right? So that energy, that output at the end is greater than what the sum of each individual piece would be, because it's built throughout the system as we go if energy is smoothly transferred. Okay, so if a longer arm action is going to be used, which, like we've talked about, is fine, that arm swing becomes very important, because if the arm swing is not smooth and rhythmic and kind of taking that momentum from the downswing right into that flip up or cocking position, it's not only just a missed opportunity, it may be an active hindrance to overall kind of performance on the field. All right, so now that we know it's important, how do we go about fixing a problematic arm swing or utilizing it better when we're talking about a high velocity delivery? So when we're talking about kind of improving an arm swing or utilizing the arm swing better, one of the first places that we'll start is kind of the more general side. So we'll start with dead arm swings. So these are something that I got from Ido Portal and Kevin Foster. And these can be just like kind of a good option to give guys a feel for what a relaxed kind of distal segment feels like, right? Because we can have more tension at the proximal, kind of bigger segments that are kind of force driven. But as we get further and further away, right, we want to have higher velocity, more relaxation till the right time, or we're not going to be properly utilizing that kinetic chain. So that's one kind of general spot that I would start, is a dead arm swing. The next piece would be kind of going with the heavier ball kind of arm swings into a flip up and kind of feeling that position. All right, and then we might add in like a bell club, where we're going through the full throwing motion, but we're holding onto the bell club the whole time. And then we may begin to kind of complex these with throwing drills. All right, so our field drills with our throwing drills, and then we'll kind of gradually work to adding in the lower body and then additional momentum kind of with the lower body. And we'll kind of go from there. So we'll start more general, get more specific, right? Relatively simple, get more complex as we go through it. And that's kind of how we'll begin to integrate this new, more efficient, more effective arm swing into the arm action of a high velocity thrower. All right, so when utilizing the heavy balls, you want them to be heavy enough to give you that kind of like downward momentum feel, almost like a roller coaster going down a hill and then up a loop-de-loop. You want that same kind of feeling where that momentum's taking you down and then flipping you right up, but not so heavy that it's going to force you to tense up early. So that's going to have to be individualized a little bit. When we're integrating the lower body movement, one thing that can be helpful to kind of add can be an overhead movement a la Walker Buehler or something along those lines, because that will kind of help integrate the rhythm aspect of it a little bit. And a lot of guys have had success with that. And so a lot of the guys in here really like the feel of the overhead move. So just a couple of things to play around with when you're integrating these pieces. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Reach out via email if you're interested in remote or in-person training. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.